Well, hello again. I'm out in the garage. It's Tuesday evening, so it's 3 days since I've worked on this thing. And last time I walked away from it, I had taken all the bolts out of the oil pan, and it wouldn't come off. So I think it's around the starter area that I need to see if I have some more bolts. But I got me a new oil pan, so I can kind of inspect that and see what possibly I'm missing. But I'm hoping I can knock that loose today. I have not moved the differential out of the way, so I don't know. I'm going to try and see if jacking up the engine allows me to get this oil pan out, or if I'm going to indeed have to move that differential. I've unbolted the differential. It's all unbolted, but it doesn't want to move because it's pretty tight in those brackets. So I'm gonna see what I can do tonight and hopefully make some progress. So let's get started. Okay, I found out that there was a hidden little nut up there. I checked it 3 times, but I don't know. Let's wiggle this and see if this comes off now. Alrighty, I've been working on this for a couple hours, and this is where I'm at. So, got the oil pan hanging, but it won't come out. That oil pump is not going to let the rest of that out without me dropping this differential. I've got it unbolted over there, but it doesn't drop down because on the back of the differential where the U-joint, I don't know if I can catch it on here. Well, not the U-joint, but the drive line. Where the drive line connects, it hits on this bracket right here. Oh, guess I better get it. It hits on this bracket right here, so it can't come down. I saw on YouTube where a guy cut that bracket off and then he was able to drop this whole differential down. And man, he got roasted for cutting that. But man, I don't want to cut that and weld that back on. But man, this is tough. Tough to get out. Oh. Ah. Well, I'm getting old, I'm grunting and all that stuff. Let's see. Remind me why I thought this was going to be fun. Okay, I'm going to nibble on this a little bit more, see what I can figure out. Okay, I made a decision. Like it or not, this is the way I'm going to do it. I am going to follow suit from the guy I saw on YouTube, and I'm cutting off this bracket. That'll allow me to drop the differential down, and then on reassembly, I'll weld it back on. You may choose to do it differently, but this is what I'm doing. Yep, there it is. That's the way I'm doing it. Now we should be able to drop the differential. Let's see if we can drop the differential. Oh, it's dropping. Oh yeah, dropping. Alrighty, it dropped quite a bit. I haven't forced it down any lower. Let me force it down a little bit. Oh, that's interesting. The axle came off. It's looking like it's gonna come off. Let me use 2 hands. Can't film at the same time. Well, good morning. It's Saturday morning, and Austin and I, are you back there, Austin?
Yeah.
Austin and I are out in the garage, and today we're going to try to get this truck running. Believe it or not, I got the oil pan put in. Thursday night after work, I worked on it for a few hours. I ended up dropping the differential as far down as possible. So cutting that bracket off, right or wrong, allowed me to drop that differential. So let's take a look at what we got going on. Okay, here's my mess. I started replacing the cooler lines. Oh, I probably should turn on a light up underneath here. Hey, Pasta, grab me a light, will ya? But here's the mess that is under here. There's the oil pan. Light's over there on the step stool.
Oh, I see it.
And differential is hanging down. So don't get in that oil, Pasta. It's a mess. So we got a few things to put back together. That's what it's looking like. That's where I've got the engine blocked up. That's where I've got the knuckle blocked up. And so what I'm hoping to do today is put these oil cooler lines in. This one needs to be replaced. I've got some oil and oil filter. I went to O'Reilly and got some stuff, and Walmart, and yeah, we're gonna try to assemble some stuff this morning. And I want to fire this thing up, make sure it's not leaking any oil. If I ever have to replace this oil pan, I'm gonna scream. I don't ever want to do that again. So let's start working on this. And it's freezing cold out here. I think it's 26 or something. Alrighty. Alrighty, I've already changed one set of cooler lines. We're gonna change this other set. And we just pulled the plastic off. And there's a little clip in here that you have to get under. And we'll get under that clip. Looks like it's on the other side. Okay. Austin's filming.
Hey. Wyatt's sitting right next to me. So.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep, good catch, Wyatt.
God,
Okay, we got that out. Hold that way. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, that one pulls out.
Pulling out the bolt.
Holy cow.
It was a tight one.
That's tight. Pull it off.
Ugh.
Make sure that this stuff doesn't fall in.
It looks like all greasy,
Looks
hardened.
Like it's hardened, so it's not gonna.
Come off. Oh, whoa. That's a lot. If you guys can see that dripping. Coming out right there. Just came out.
Yep, lines
It's in the
right
oil
in
pan.
oil pan.
Sweet. There's a new gasket on this one, so that's sweet. Putting it in now. Oh, got it. Okay, so we're trying to get it in. Looks like we kind of got it in, maybe. It's in.
Making sure it's in all the sides.
Main ratchets are awesome right now. Okay, so we're putting the second cooler line on.
I think the oil lines are done. Okay, Wyatt's tightening up one of the cooler lines to the oil pan. Okay, we've been testing with the GoPro. The batteries last about 5 minutes, so I'm back to my phone. We've got the differential put back in. Wyatt is tightening up some linkages and the plug. And let's see, we got the one bolt in the differential. The back bolt is sitting in there where I cut off that bracket right there. I want to clean that up before we weld it. But I think we're getting close to the point where we're gonna, as soon as Wyatt's done, I think we're gonna put a block of wood between the oil pan, drop, or lift it up, pull this blocking out, and set the engine down, and then throw a couple motor mount bolts in, and then fill it full of oil, change the oil filter. We're getting close. So, Wyatt, are you getting close?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Putting this stupid thing on.
Wyatt's grumpy.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to work out here in the garage.
Where's something to tighten this stupid...
What size is it?
I don't know.
Don't say stupid. See if this size.
You know what I'm talking
This
about?
is out. This has been hanging out over here. See if that fits it.
Yeah, it's like...
Okay, here's a wrench to, or a ratchet. Okay, we're putting some oil in. We put a wick filter, and we're putting SuperTech 5W30 full synthetic oil in. You may wonder why I'm using SuperTech, because Project Farm showed that this SuperTech was pretty dang good oil. Buy it at Walmart. It was the best priced full synthetic around me. And what we're going to do is pour it in, and we are ready to start the truck up and see if we got any major oil leaks. Okay, Wyatt's going to start it up, and then we're going to watch and see if we have any oil leaks. Oh yeah, we have a dead battery. Well, that's no good. Okay, we'll fix that. Let's get a jumper away. Okay, we threw an old school charger on it. Got in start mode. Nope. Still in, we got a bad connection somewhere. Okay, she fired up. We're gonna let her run. So far so good. We're gonna let her run, see if we see any oil squirting out anywhere. We shouldn't.
See anything? I don't see anything.
Okay, so far we just got oil burning off the exhaust, we think. Shut her down, Wyatt. Okay. Now we'll just climb underneath and inspect and see if we see any oil leaks. Okay, we've moved on to putting on the new shocks. Wyatt's bolting those in right now. And then we have a new A-arm right there that we're gonna be putting in. We still have not put the motor mount bolts on this side. It won't line up. So instead of spending 4 hours trying to get that bolt to line up, we're gonna work on some other things and get most of it buttoned up.
Okay, so we're here. I don't know what we're doing, but...
Okay, this is the axle that came apart. We took out all the old grease and we're putting in new grease. This is moly, super lithium moly grease. Apparently this is the type of grease that goes in CV joints in the boot. So we're gonna repack this and put everything back together. Should be good. Alrighty, it's Saturday night about 7 p.m. Wyatt just left the garage. I'm gonna call tonight. We can't get this axle boot back together. We can get it back together, and then when we put it back into the differential, it pops out because we have to bend it so much. So we've tried for an hour or so, and I think what I'm gonna do is noodle on it. I might end up pulling that axle. I didn't have an axle nut. I tried to look, and I didn't have an axle nut that's big enough to take that axle out. I'd just pop the whole thing out, fix the boot, and then pop it back in, but don't have one. So we're gonna call tonight. Thanks for watching.